working with our boardroom members, our members doing 5 mil or more plus. And we were talking about how to scale your business whilst functioning in your zone of genius, the place where you have the most impact. It's a superpower for you, so it comes naturally and you love doing this. And what we did was we worked through some exercises to refine down what is in your genius zone and how do we get that other crap off the table. And one of those things that are impactful, but maybe you suck at doing, you procrastinate on, you don't like doing, that we can re-resource or delegate to someone else to do. So I want to walk you through the exercise that we went through so you can apply this to your construction company to enjoy it more, make more money, and put a truckload more joy back into your business as you grow and scale and get rid of the day-to-day. All right, team, let's crack into this. All right. So the number one currency that we have is our energy, and our energy directs our attention, our time, and our focus, whereby we can maximize our potential. So Dan Sullivan has a great model for this. It's called your unique ability. And we want to figure out where is the epicenter of everything that you do. So what do you love doing? What's a superpower for you? And what makes a big impact on the business and makes you more cash? So there's a couple of different ways that we can look at this. One of the ways is we can plot everything that you do that is in one of these quadrants. So what's something that's low skill and low fun? Might be going to the merchant, might be doing invoicing. What's high skill and low fun? Might be pricing, estimating, team management, building systems. What's high skill and high fun? So that might be things like project management, making sales, meeting with clients. And what's high fun but low skill might be, well, it depends on each person, but it's really what do you enjoy doing that's fun, but, you know, it's below your pay grade or below your professional builder's rate. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that when you're writing down these tasks, we want to slot them into one of these 4 quadrants. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put time beside it. So if you go to the merchant 3 days a week and it takes you half an hour to drive there, half an hour to get back, that's 3 hours. And then invoicing might be 4 hours a week. So now we've got 7 hours in the low fun and low skill. And we're going to figure out every 90 days, what can we do to get you back 1 day a week? And how can we maximize and double in your default diary, your structure for the week, that stuff for you, the tasks that are high output and high fun. So if we do this every 90 days, we're going to very quickly figure out what can we do to maximize your time. So what does this look like? So the first key thing that I want you to do is make a chart like this. Go down the left-hand side and we're going to put in task, and we're going to list everything that you do during the week. Now we'll put a few comment genius in the caption or in the comments. We will put in the chart here that you can go through and you can work out what is my genius zone. And so on the left-hand side, we go through and we work out what's everything that you do during the week. Make sales, network with architects and designers, onboarding carpenters, systemizing your variations or your change order process, project scheduling with the guys, pricing, estimating. So then we're going to go across each one. Is it impactful? So does it make a big impact on the business in terms of money, typically? Number 2, is this a superpower for me? Am I awesome, naturally awesome at this? And the last one, so that was number 2. Number 3, do I love doing this? Does it energize me, lift me up, and give me, more zap? And I'm massively stoked to do it. So we're going to go through this. Anything that's got 3 ticks is in your zone of genius. Anything that's got 0 ticks, we're going to scrap because it's crap that you shouldn't be doing. And anything that's impactful, but it isn't a superpower for you, or you don't love doing it, but it's still important to the business, then this is a massive opportunity to delegate this, re-resource it, basically something crucial that would be better done by something else. So we're going to come up with a list of stuff, 3 lists What's in your genius zone? What's crap that we need to either stop doing or automate? And then lastly, what's that stuff that has a big impact, but I need to delegate to someone else? So here's an example from our members. And we've got here different lists. And so it depends for you, but we're going to work out what you stop doing, what has a big impact, and what generates cash. All right. Another thing to have a look at is to consider what is below my personal or my professional builder's rate. And how we take your PBR as we work out what's your salary plus your company profits. We add those two together. In the first column, we've got 140,000. We divide that by the weeks, 50 weeks, 2,800 a week. And if you're doing 60 hours a week, we can then see as an owner, your PBR measure of time and effectiveness and what you're being paid is $47 an hour. So anything that you can get someone to do for that's less than $47 an hour that you're doing in the company, we want to get someone else to do it, automate it. So if we then work on just buying back some time, like a day a week in the first 90 days, if we can get some systems in place, we can see now you go from 60 hours down to 50 hours and your PBR rises to $56 an hour. And then with that freed up time, we're going to focus on putting some systems in place, focusing on improving your margin. So margin going into a job, pricing correctly, margin coming out of a job, capturing any variations or change orders, making sure that the forecast versus actual labor hours, you're controlling them in real time, your work in progress you're up to date with, and you know exactly what you're going to do to make more profit per job. So let's say we've now, over the 12 months, we've increased your salary to what you should be paid, 100K at a minimum. Company profits, we've managed to double from 70 to 150. Add those two together, we got 250 divided by 5,000, and we will have hired someone else in the office by this stage. Now we're down to 40 hours a week, and we can see our professional builder's rate is at $125 an hour. So very good exercise. Our members do this every 90 days. And our whole thing here is to, just because you can do it, doesn't mean you should be doing it. So we want to get that crap off your plate. Right, and that's what our coaches work through to help you do. Next, we're going to have a look at what does your business look like when it's built out fully. So what does a $5 to $10 million business look like? Who's in what role? And so this is your business maturity date where we map out in advance. What does your business look like in 12 to 18 months? So ideally, how much revenue or turnover you're doing, how many projects are you doing during the year, what's the net profit, how many days off per week? So some of our members only work 4 days a week. Are you taking 3 10-day holidays of the year, or are you taking one big holiday to Europe? And then what's your gross margin running at? And it should be at least 20 to 25%. So we're going to identify off the tasks that were impactful but not a superpower is who is the next person that we need to hire. So not a carpenter or a foreman, but who is going to take work off you in the office. So is it a project manager? Is it an estimator or a QS? Is it an office manager, sales rep, BDM, or a GM? And so who is that hire? So when are you going to hire them next? How many hours are they going to save you? And what would this free you up to do? So would we take half this time, put it towards sales, marketing, hiring, and systems, and maybe take the other half to buy back a bit of life, some sport, exercise, fun? All right. And then what is the opportunity cost of staying where you're at? So you're like a tree, you're either growing or you're dying. You're not just static. If you want to make changes, you can very quickly. So this then leads to what are the new standard operating procedures or systems that I need to put in place for the tasks that I'm going to stop doing or for the new role that I'm going to hire. So we need a job description, a job ad, and a scorecard for that role so we know how well that person's going. We have scorecards for every role from carpenter, foreman, project manager, etc. So this makes it easy that this person can now hit the job running, hit the ground running, and within 30 days be up to speed and smashing it out of the park. So we want to have a default diary or a perfect structured week for everyone, and also your default diary. And your default diary is now going to be different, because if you were going to hire someone to do the project management or QSing or estimating, it's going to mean that you've now got more spare time. So is that wife time, golf time, kids time? What is it? So if we do this exercise every 90 days, it's going to help free you up massively. You're going to make far more money and enjoy your business a truckload more. So those key things were: go through to work out your genius zone. We're going to make a complete list. We're going to work out those 3 key things. What are all the tasks that you're doing? Are they impactful? Is it a superpower? And do I love doing this? Anything that has 3 ticks is your genius zone. Anything that has 0 is crap to scrap. So we're either going to stop it or we're going to automate it. And anything that is impactful but isn't a superpower for you, that's a massive opportunity to hire someone else or delegate that to someone. So you imagine if you're doing pricing or estimating and you're doing that amongst 4 other things, then you're only giving that 20% of your attention. So even if someone isn't as good as you and they might be 80 to 90%, we're going to hire and train them to follow your systems and processes so that they are. And now they're dedicating 100% of their time to it. So it's going to free up your headspace massively to focus on the $1,000 an hour tasks. What we need to do now, build out your business maturity date, create your SOPs, and you're on your way to freedom. Enjoy your business, truckload more, make more cash, and put more money into your bank. All right, so if you want this task list, just point or put into the comments genius, and we will hook you up with an example. All right, that's it from me. I hope you have an awesome day and go forth and smash it out of the park. Cheers, team. See you guys.